Good morning, students. In our previous session, we have discussed directed writing newspaper report based on an accident, and in today's video, we'll be discussing a newspaper report based on a natural calamity, an earthquake. By the end of this video, you will be able to understand what are natural calamity reports, how such reports are written, and what is the most often used vocabulary in natural calamity reports. As it is a guided composition, so let us look at the hints. An earthquake in a state of your country, date, time, areas affected, the damage caused to life and property, immediate rescue work, rescue task on a war footing, national and international reaction and concern, fear of epidemic, measures to control epidemic, fundraising effort. You may include any other point you may think fit. As I had already told you, you need to rearrange the points if you feel. So let us start with the report with the heading Earthquake Rocks Gujarat. This will be in capital letters and in the center of the page. In the next line, that is our byline, you will write down the name of the reporter by Shruti Khanna. In the next line, which is our date line, in this you are going to write down the name of the place and the date. So Ahmedabad, 16th April 2020, and you will put a colon. The worst earthquake of the century, measuring 6.6 on the Richter scale, rocked the entire state of Gujarat on 14th April at 8:15 am. Now we know that the earthquakes are measured on the Richter scale. So the worst earthquake, because it measured 6.6 on the Richter scale. It rocked the entire state. That means the tremors were felt in the entire state of Gujarat on 14th April at 8:15 am. Tremors, underline this word, it means jolts. So tremors of the quake were felt in Rajasthan, Delhi, and extended to West Bengal and Karnataka. Neighboring countries like Pakistan and Nepal also experienced minor tremors. Tremors are jolts. The epicenter, see this word, epicenter, it means the point on the earth's surface above the focus of earthquake. So the epicenter of the earthquake was 20 kilometers northeast of Bhuj, a district which is 200 kilometers from Ahmedabad, the capital of the state, Gujarat. Some of the worst affected areas were Bhuj, Anjar, where virtually all buildings were demolished. See this word demolished, it means those were destroyed, and major casualties were reported. See the word casualties. Casualties means the people who are killed in something. It may be any accident or it may be any natural disaster. So the people who die are called casualties. The situation was no better in Ahmedabad, where most of the multi-storied high-rise buildings came down like a pack of cards. So when many buildings or when high buildings fall or when they get destroyed or demolished, it is called falling like a pack of cards. So most of the multi-storied high-rise buildings came down like a pack of cards, and those, the ones which were not crashed down, they were rendered unsafe for living. That means some of the buildings crashed down to the land, and the others which were not crashed down to the land, they were rendered as unsafe. Then the rescue operation. The army has been requisitioned. So requisitioned means the act of calling someone formally. So our army was deployed or requisitioned to help the civil administration for immediate relief and rescue operation. Now in this case, what is going to be the rescue operation? Rescue operation means taking the people out of the buildings, the alive people out of the buildings. So rescue work has been taken on a war footing. When you do something immediately and intense efforts are put in that work, it is called on a war footing. So rescue work has been taken on a war footing with huge bulldozers and cranes being deployed. See the word deployed, it means arranged. Now why were these bulldozers and cranes arranged? To remove the concrete debris. What is the word debris? It means the remain of the broken buildings. It is written as D-E-B-R-I-S, but S is not pronounced. It is called debris. So to remove concrete debris, that is the remain of the broken buildings, to reach out to survivors, to find the survivors, these cranes and bulldozers were deployed. Till late evening, 250 people had been extricated. Extricated means they have been taken out of the debris, while thousands are still feared buried. It is expected that there would be thousands of people who are still lying buried under the debris. Relief camps have been set up in all areas and the residents are advised not to return to their houses. The reason being, whenever there is an earthquake of such a high intensity, there is a fear of aftershocks. So relief camps have been set up in all areas and the residents are advised not to return to their houses as there is a fear of aftershocks which usually occur after such earthquakes. Now according to the Chief Minister, that is Mr. Vijay Rupani, he is the Chief Minister of Gujarat. So according to the Chief Minister, Mr. Vijay Rupani, who has just returned after making an aerial survey. Now what is the meaning of aerial survey? When you see an affected area through a helicopter, that is called an aerial survey. That means by air. So Mr. Vijay Rupani, who has just returned after making an aerial survey of the ravaged areas of the state. What do you mean by ravaged areas? The areas which are violently destroyed because of the earthquake. According to the Chief Minister, Mr. Vijay Rupani, who has just returned after making an aerial survey of the ravaged areas of the state, the death toll could be more than 20,000, with property worth crores destroyed. So it was a massive earthquake which destroyed property worth crores and around 20,000 plus people could be dead. In the press conference held in the evening, he appealed to the people of the state, the national and international agencies like the Red Cross and the WHO to extend humanitarian aid to the affected people. Now whenever the national or international agencies feel that some people need immediate help, that is humanitarian aid, they come to the rescue of the people. They provide them relief. In their hour of grief means in the time of grief. Meanwhile, a government official confirmed receiving messages of condolence, that is sympathy, and offer of aid from many international organizations. That means many international organizations come to help. The government of USA and UK have dispatched rescue teams and relief material. So these governments of USA and UK have extended their hand for humanitarian aid. That is why they have dispatched rescue teams and also the relief material, which is expected to reach Ahmedabad by late night today. Now whenever there is such massive earthquake or any other natural calamity and many of the people die, there is a fear of the break of an epidemic. Now, what is an epidemic? It is a widespread of an infectious disease. So, fearing an outbreak of an epidemic because of decomposition of bodies lying buried under the debris, the state government has directed the administration to ensure their immediate disposal by cremation or burial. So what is it? Either those bodies which are lying under the debris would be cremated or they'll be buried so that the epidemics do not spread. And also, to see that epidemics do not spread, the affected areas are being sprayed with disinfectants to control the outbreak of such an epidemic. The Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, while expressing deep shock over the tragedy, has appealed to the philanthropic organizations. Now children, see the term philanthropic. Philanthropic means humanitarian, the people or the organizations who help people. The Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, while expressing deep shock over the tragedy, has appealed to the philanthropic organizations and the people to extend a helping hand. So what do you mean by extending a helping hand? They may provide any sort of aid, whether it is money, clothes, food, medicines, any of the articles which are required to help the needy. He appealed to the public to contribute generously to the special earthquake relief fund being set up for this purpose. So whenever such tragedies occur, special relief funds are made in which people are asked to contribute. Many large organizations have responded to his appeal. That means people have listened to his appeal. Many large organizations have responded to his appeal and they are rushing with relief material in the form of food, clothes and medicines. A few organizations are even contemplating. Contemplating is thinking. What are they thinking? They're thinking of adopting some villages for reconstruction and rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is restoring of the inhabitants. That means when the people have to resettle. So a few organizations are even thinking that they'll adopt some villages for the reconstruction and rehabilitation of the inhabitants. Now children, let us see a few vocabulary words and phrases which may be used in natural calamity reports. So whenever massive buildings fall, they are called falling like pack of cards. When army is deployed, it is called the army gets requisitioned. Rescue operations are taken on war footing. The remaining parts of the buildings, that is the remnants of the buildings, are called debris. When you view a place by air, it is called an aerial survey. There is also a fear of outbreak of epidemics, especially during such natural calamities. The organizations which help the people are called philanthropic organizations. The people who die are reported as casualties. When the task of resettling of people is done, it is called rehabilitation. And if any compensation is announced by government officials, it is termed as ex gratia. Now children, for your homework, you are to do assignment on natural disaster given in your SNAP homework. Thank you.